aiming for that.
What it kind of...
But you know, private assisted living is very, very expensive. And assisted living, you got to have Medicaid, and there are restrictions and things. And she wasn't even a resident of the state, so you can't just come to a state and then move into a place and get aid. You have to apply for it. You have to establish residency, and then if everything is clean, 2 months or so, it comes through. So that's kind of the plan.
Right. So you're working all this. I know it's very hard.
Today, I changed. I was able to call Social Security and change her address from Maryland, which is like the first step trying to get EBT and all that. She has to establish residency, right? So now she has a residency in New York. So and Medicaid will look at Social Security for the address. You can't call Medicaid and change your address. They all work off Social Security because Social Security is where the money is. So that's where they make that legit.
Oh.
Nice spot.
Nice shot. Go, Aaron.
So it's all of that.
It's hard. I went through this, my mom had Alzheimer's.
Yes.
It's hard.
And she's starting to get that kind of thing too, so
Yeah, I kind of gathered from...
she sits around and she puts her head down. Sit up, straight up. You know? It's hard. And then my wife doesn't really understand. I'm like, she's 92 and she's starting to fail. You're gonna pick a 92-year-old woman out on the street and it's my mother?
I think sometimes culturally, my first husband was Polish, but he has spent a ton of time in German, and he was married before me to a German woman. Anyway, I have found, I'm not making things, but there's cultural differences, right? There's a lack of sentimentality that I have found to be pervasive in Eastern Europe.
Absolutely. She argues that it's done this differently. So, how? Because what your grandmother and your aunt did is they sold their house, they had money, and the state would put them up in a plane, and they took all their money until they died or go on American. My mother doesn't have it. So in America, what poor people do is they take care of their people until they get a situation where, right.
Sorry, I know this journey. Someone said to me a few years ago, when I was in the middle of my mom, they said, no matter what your circumstances are, whether you're rich or your family is intact, it doesn't matter. Like, dying is messy business in this country. We don't have care set up. And anybody who's arguing against, good health care in this country, socialized medicine is an idiot. We don't take care of people,
Absolutely.
And it's hard. But
very hard.
Kudos to you, and I'm sorry. It's such a...
Yeah, and she's so happy. Her last two situations were not good. She went to a friend's house in Cleveland. That was not good. And the friend in Cleveland is 91. They thought this was going to work. She wasn't allowed to have anybody in there more longer than 2 weeks. The building got wind of it. They started bitching. So I had to take her to Cleveland from Maryland. What happened is she had a place that accepted her money and was doing okay.
One of those,
it was a home.
Yeah.
But she was retiring. I think it was her last station. She was retiring. She's 78 years old herself.
Have those in New York?
They do, but they're not cheap either.
Don't some of them take Medicare or Medicaid?
No, they want the money. It's like, you go get all that, and you pay it. They don't want any red tape. These I haven't found any. I called a place for mom. They suggested one place. That's it. I said, what good are you? And what vibe I got? I'm in sales. I've been in New York a long time. He didn't want to work. You have relationships with certain places where they get kickbacks.
Oh, yeah.
So he couldn't suggest. I said, we cannot afford that. But that's the cheapest one. I said, you're a place for mom. Are you going to help me figure out something? Because I need help. And if all you can say is, that's all we got, I already know what rich private places are like. Stop telling me we don't have enough money, because I know we ain't ain't the only person that's ever called you that don't have enough money.
Yeah.
So stop that shit. I almost got pissed at his ass.
Yeah.
And he still calls me every now and then. I'm like, if you don't have something new to say, then I have a bad review for a place called Mom. Because you're not helping. You're not helping at all. And he gave me a place that was supposed to be Medicaid pending. I was going out. See how he keeps pushing back, always keeping back. It's supposed to be Medicaid pending. But when I got there and talked to them, they were like, you gotta give us $7,000 up front, and then it's $3,800 a month until your Medicaid comes through. I said, we can only do the down payment. We couldn't do the rest of it. It's like, she didn't call me back. And that's the shitty place in the Bronx. And my wife was leave me before my mom died. Now she's like, this is the start of what's coming. I said, that's my mom. She's 92. I don't want to lose my family. I don't want to live with my mother the rest of my life. But right now, I got to take care of my mom. So if you feel like you got to move, goodbye. Because you don't think I wouldn't help you with your mom. I said, well, you don't act like it. I don't want you to make me feel guilty while I'm trying to take care of you. Either you're on my team or you're not. I don't need no other road here. Where you bitch at me one minute and you're nice to my mom the next minute, even though you don't want to be nice to her. I said, either you're nice and you're helping me and I tell you this is temporary, or leave. Because I have to take care of my mom until I can work this out. And she ought to know me by now. I'm good with the paperwork and all that stuff. It's just that it takes time. I can't rush it. And let alone work and all that stuff, you know? So I think it's fun.
I know a lot of families, a lot of relationships. I mean, I just, everyone our age is in this
Absolutely.
moment, right?
You know what's really amazing?
And it's scary, like just thinking about what might be by the time we get there, you know?
Well, here's the thing, you learn, right? It's evolution of life. I saw my mother quit her job and went back to West Virginia. Her mom was dying of cancer. And she had quit her job and went back and took care of her until she died. And then she moved back. Picked back up one job and went back home. But for 3 years, I think, she stayed with her mother and took care of her. That's burned into my mind.
Yeah.
But my mother was a nurse.
Yeah, my mother too.
I said, Mom, I'm not a nurse. I love you, I'll cook for you, I'll do stuff, but you're starting to head downhill, and as you get worse, I can't handle that.
Yeah.
So it has to be, she's not, I understand, son, I understand. I said, but for now, I love you, we do the best we can. But
Do you have any help, any other family?
I have a niece who helps with diapers right now, but I'm gonna get that taken care of. But she didn't want to take her. I said, can you take it to Maryland? I said, New York is rough. If you stay in Maryland, it's like, I have a family. This is townhouse steps. I live on the second floor of the family steps. We had to butt each step down to take them out. So that's rough. But at least with my mother's check and my money, if my wife moves, I can afford to stay there until I move her out. So it's really one day at a time. But here's the ironic part.
You're really in it right now.
My wife's mother had a hip replacement a few months ago.
Nice shot.
Nice.
All right, let's go.
Hip replacement. And had some trouble. She had to get another one. Her hip was cracked. Put in the first one. She's having complications. She's been in the hospital 20 weeks. 8. And she's always taking care of her dad. Her dad's at home by himself now for 20 weeks.
And that's where she is.
That's where she will be as soon as she finishes France. I said, Karma's a bitch. You should be taking some lessons because as soon as you get home, watch.
All right, let's do it.
Split up two. The team split up to put finger 1 or 2. The other team was connected to the right now. They can either pick That was our choice.